I know there's some other stuff. You need to work out your song. Who are you making? Who are you making? Yeah. Yeah, we need to do this for you, baby. No, you're not. Well, we can use a sax solo though.
What year?
Yeah. What year are you doing this? Okay. So what's the letter to say? You guys do the end here?
We're back here.
Okay, so you just Dad, you ready?
Well, that's backward right there.
So I don't like.
Okay, do you remember this song? Did you guys get to listen to it? Yeah, the top one. Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 or 5, you know, basically. Can you play them in chords? This one is really simple. Yeah, let's just hear the voices to make sure we got it balanced. Can I just hear the voices? Soji, are you going to sing on this?
Yeah, you should.
That was not okay. Do we have another mic? Do we have another one? Right.
Yeah, they have more mics.
Don't we have another mic? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then we need to get. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's hear just the voices. This one is okay, let's hear just the voices.
About.
Okay.
About.
1, 2, 3.
About.
You guys do that again?
Eric, you want to start discussing like next?
Sure, that would be great. I'd appreciate it. Let's just keep it right here. Okay, this is not working for some reason. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this project right now. Sure, that would be great. Okay, that was great. And the is ready. Okay, this is not working for some reason. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Hi, how are you? Okay. Hey, how are you?
I need to stop. It's live. Yeah.
Are you gonna play as well, sir? Yeah. So, I mean, you can just adjust it, and I mean, if you can adjust it between the.
But this doesn't show. Now
Yeah.
it doesn't mirror it exactly, is it?
Okay. Well, there's a delay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. So maybe we should be a little closer. But I don't want people to trip.
Disturbing the perfect symmetry of these irregular materials. Wait, where's the camera on this? Oh, right here. We should focus here. Let's go. Go. All right. Smile.
Yeah.
Playing right at the light now. No, that's good because I'm using you to push light. It's not light there. So.
Get these chairs there.
Well, let me get the chair out of the way. So,
It's not working. Okay. You might stand.
that'd be good because otherwise it picks up that light there.
Flip it into this side. So it's kind of supposed to. It's supposed to have a built-in music. Okay. Rubber band. Well, you can use it's wire.
Probably that light right there. We're gonna have
You really ought to try it, but it's
to. We need to because otherwise
Yeah, sure. Step for next station, so you can sit down there. Same blocks.
I think I'm tricky.
Yeah. No, we don't have to. Just let it's fine. I mean,
No, I need like a rubber band.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
My boy. Get stabilized. That's pretty good. I thought you had it. Put this one this way. You need to stabilize
We're webcasting it. No, but I have that.
like this.
I have it. Yeah, I can give it to you. Yeah. The only thing they can only record up to 20 minutes at a time, but you can just restart it. Yeah, and we can just put the clips together or something. Yeah, let me come to me and do something. Yes. I still think he can. He doesn't have power for his phone. Yeah, he should. He's just
This will be back. Pull it over here. Yeah, let's put it this way.
Well, why don't you do it this way?
Okay,
Make it this way so that you don't have to cross. Yeah.
The problem is, I don't want to pick up that like there.
It's in the car. I think it's better this way. Yeah.
Ask them over there. They have more power strips.
They have, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that'd be perfect. It's not bad unless we want to get closer. I mean, you only have to do I don't know if it's better to keep it
Can you zoom in?
No, I don't. It doesn't seem to have much. I suspect it has to be really small to be able to stream this looks like. But let's put it
That is the website.
It got me too.
It's pretty good. It's not bad. I think we feel the music is coming from. He's got like a mic up there. This is pretty good. Wait for a webcam. That white thing up there is what's making it smell like. See if we can make it. I think that might be too there. That takes a minute to refresh. Get my voice.
There's very stuff on the screen, so
This voice is no, that's my voice. Where's it's picking up my voice somehow.
yeah, your mic's
Oh,
right
this is
here.
that one mine? Oh, I so you just have
On
it.
the net.
Okay.
It's on the webcast.
I think that may be too.
Yes, but that means that is, if there's anybody here talking,
Yeah, don't say anything racist.
I think you're sitting down.
It'll pick up your voice.
It's not picking up any music. You must have to be a lot closer, yeah.
Well, we're gonna be a lot louder.
I know it's not picking him up. That's not it.
No,
But it's not picking up any. It's not picking up any music.
nothing much we can do about it. Is it using this thing's microphone or the computer's microphone?
Maybe it's a computer microphone.
On the Logitech
mic?
camera.
What is that? What is it?
You want the Logitech camera. It wasn't recovering this mic, it was using your computer's mic.
Oh, this has a mic?
This has a built-in mic. But
Yeah,
you can
turn the
choose what the
camera
mic
off.
is.
That'd be good.
Yeah, we can set it. Yeah, it's right there. That middle one is supposed to be selected.
Okay, I mean, we're just gonna have to go with it, you know.
When we're getting shots, getting as big as the episode. This thing is yeah, it's on.
I just don't think we're getting any music.
Well, I changed to this camera, this mic, so it might be different now. Aaron, they're right behind you.
Where is
Way. He just walked out there.
Really big delay.
That's probably normal for the internet.
Good evening. My name is Adeleke Adieko from Ohio State. Yeah, we are about to start. We are ready to go. And I welcome everyone to the event, Voices to End Ebola, organized mainly by the community and Ohio State groups. Please take your seat, bring your phone, as you come to move as close as possible. Don't stay in the back. Move closer. I'll grab a program and we got a checkbooks and wallets. So you grab your program and you will hear a lot about that from me, about your wallet and your checkbooks throughout the evening. I'll be brief, then we'll invite the musicians to come on stage and play. Hello?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, that's a set. Can I? Printed program.
The printed program.
Printed program. No, not this one. Let me welcome everyone again now that we are settled. On behalf of the organizers of the event, I, Adeleke Adieko, would like to welcome you all to this remarkable gathering. It gives me a particular pleasure to be here and compare this event. And I say that seriously, that is not a mere platitude for me, because doing this is really, really pleasant. This is what I mean. Normally, I will hesitate to participate in Africa-centered charitable events, especially when it comes to concerts. Because Africans always have to come out as utterly helpless in order to generate enough sympathy for givers. That's why normally I will hesitate to participate in this kind of program. You know the history of such things. Tonight's event, however, I've convinced myself about tonight's event based on the caliber of people involved. It's not that kind of ordinary, regular concert meant for aiding helpless Africans. In the Africans, and here I don't mean just people born in Africa, Africans and Africanists are left, right, and center of the conception, the execution, the planning. Aaron and David will remember my nudging them towards African communities in the greater Columbus area when they were planning this. I told them, I urged them to please involve African communities. Africans are not helpless. They are not helpless. I would like to repeat. You can see clearly at this event. I want to thank everybody for putting this together. Everyone involved in putting this event together. I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for making sure that this event takes place. Thank you very much. Let's start the event, please. I will mention them bit by bit as we go along in the program. But let me speak for just 2 minutes, then the musician will start. Ebola is not an African disease. It attacks and kills all alike. It has no regard for skin color, for nationality, or for regions, or for religions. It kills Catholic priests. It kills non-believers. It kills whites. It kills blacks. Everyone is helpless in the presence of Ebola. Everyone is helpless. As we speak, modern medicine has not been able to cure Ebola. All it does is treat only the symptoms of the terrible disease. The disease, all the treatments they give, even at the most advanced hospitals in this country, all they give at present is to help preserve the body so that the body doesn't go under before the virus expires, before the virus kills itself, before the virus dies. That's all that the hospitals have been able to do. Hold the body together, help the body to stay alive until the virus expires. That's why I said everyone is helpless at this point in the presence of Ebola. A large number of infected Africans has been dying because the medical infrastructures in the affected countries have been overwhelmed by the numbers. Critical non-medical infrastructure like motorable roads, airports, electricity, and so on have been overwhelmed too, and not just the hospitals or the staff. All the donations, Africans will surely build their own. They will rebuild. We always rebuild in Africa. We always rebuild. We are going to rebuild. All the donations collected tonight will be used for augmenting the badly damaged medical infrastructure, specifically the infinitely admirable work that is being done by Doctors Without Borders in all the affected countries. I want to urge you, on behalf of the organizers, to give like your neighbor's life depends on it. Please let us give like our neighbor's life depends on our generosity. In the little part of the world where I was raised, everyone was instructed right from birth that if an assigned task does not delay you, you should not delay the task. If an assigned task does not delay you, you must not delay the task. Hence, I'll begin the task I've been asked to perform tonight. Ask you to bring your wallet, bring out your checks, and please give generously as if your neighbor's life depends on it. Meanwhile, I'll call on the West African High Life Ensemble to come and stay and give us some, to kickstart the event. Aaron Carter Cohen, also Aaron Carter Enye, will introduce the band as we come on stage. West African highlight is somebody from Columbus.
Thank you all for coming tonight. The first song we're going to do is by Victor Owaifo, who is from the Delta region of Nigeria. So what we're playing tonight is West African highlight music from a variety of countries. This first one is from the Delta region of Nigeria. It's called Osalogwa Rekbama. Good evening. Thank you all for coming. Hello? Okay, there we are. Good evening. Thank you all for coming. I know your program is kind of sparse in terms of details, so I thought I might introduce some of the musicians and songs we're doing now. So the last song we did was just Taxi Driver, which is by Bobby Benson from southwestern Nigeria. It was in English, as you could probably tell. Some of the other songs we've been doing are not in English. The song before that was Joro Mi, which is in Edo from southern Nigeria. Also, was another tune by Victor Waifu, just like the first song we did. And then the second song we did was Menzi Menzi by Iti Mensa of Ghana. And so now we're going to do a song from Liberia by Morris Dorley. It's called Who Are You, Baby? And before we go into that, let me introduce some of our musicians. They are listed in the program, but let me especially clarify who's singing on the first track, or the first song. It was David, right? Yeah. Okay, and what did we sing? So David sang the first song, Osalobwa, and then we had Kunle Kuti singing Menzi Menzi, and then we heard Albert Gomez. So we have a variety of singers tonight, and as well as a very large band, including our horn section, Aaron Allen, Dan Barivarye, Vince Gelati, and George Simon. Sorry, George. So they're all students. The first three are from Ohio State here, and then George is at Columbus State. Then we also have members of the African American Voices here, Kate, Mercy, and Anthony. And then we have Soji here, and they're both part of the Afro Jazz Night. Soji and Kume. You have an Afro Jazz Night every Friday nights at the Mediterranean Lounge. They do an Afro Jazz Night every Friday night. So they joined us for this. And then we have David Frost from the Columbus Symphony on the drums. And then Nat Condit Schultz and Alex Blumenthal are also OSU students. So that's our band. So thank you very much for being here. And now we're going to sing a song from Liberia. We're going to do one more song for you before we go on to the next part of the program. This that last song was Omokupai by Victor Olaya from Ile Yoruba from southwestern Nigeria. And then the last song we're going to do for this first hour is Sweet Mother by Prince Nico Mbarga.
My mother will cry, she will say she's not and she cried. She will wake up, Lord help me, Lord help me. My mother will sleep, my mother will sleep. She don't be tired, sweet mama. I know get the stories of my family, sweet mama, sweet my mother will tell me, she will say, my baby, 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 stop, stop, make me no cry again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together again for the West African High the Symbol of Columbus. That is very, very good. You would not believe that this man was not in existence a month ago. They put this together in less than 4 weeks. And it's unbelievable what they've done. We once had a president here at OSU, I wouldn't mention his name, who said, do something big. We don't need to be told that Ohio State is doing something big. We are doing a lot of big things on the platform of Ohio State, and this band is one of them. Thank you very much again. Before I proceed, I want to thank the main contributors, the collaborators that made this possible beside the band. From Ohio State University, we have the following department: Center for African Studies, Office of International Affairs, Department of Ethnomusicology at the School of Music, Department of African and African American Studies, then student organizations, graduate student interest group for expressive culture. They put all these, some of part of the music together and wrote it such that those who do not speak the African languages will understand and actually play the instrument just by reading the music. Among undergraduate student organizations, we have Africa Youth League participated in putting this together. So also is Model African Union. The Ethiopian Tewahedo Social Services, ETSS, has been a grand organizer, has been a big participant in putting this together. If you see the program, you see that we are actually giving through that. When you want to donate, you go to their webpage. It's not going to ETSS. Whatever you give for this event is not going to ETSS. It's going towards End Ebola event that we're organizing today. So don't be shy of giving generously on the website towards this event. St. Stephen's Episcopal Church and University Center on campus here is a major contributor. Central Ohio African Diaspora Cares and End Ebola Now initiative. We thank you very, very much. So also our African American Voices, African Youth Representatives, Baptist Ministerial Alliance of Columbus, Bling Incorporated, Jazzy K Productions, and Columbus Public Health. We would like to thank in particular Mr. Aaron Carter-Eni for the charm and commitment to the project, Laura Joseph, Abbas Bangura, Salashi Asfal, Leroy Bokai, Laura Berger, Alexandra Halley, Alison Fallon, and Comfort Kane. Let us put our hands together for them. Before I call on Bling to make the PSA announcement, Bling Incorporated, I want to direct our attention to the donation tables at the back of the hall. There's one thing I learned in my parish when I was growing up in southwestern Nigeria from the treasurer of our church. And those who have heard me say this will probably smile now. Money makes the wheel of the gospel turn. Without money, the wheel of the gospel will not turn. We want to help end Ebola. The band has done its part. Let's bring out our wallets, bring out our checks, and let's give generously and donate at the back of the hall. I'll keep repeating that as we go along. Without money, the wheel of the gospel will not move. Let us move ahead the wheel of this gospel tonight by donating generously. Now I'll call on PSA from Bling, from Bling Incorporated to come forward and Bling. All right.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Terrence Liggins, and I am part of a nonprofit organization called Bling Inc. And Bling stands for Building Leading Intellectual Nurtured Girls and Guys. We are a youth media literacy nonprofit organization where we teach teenagers about the media and how it's presented and how you have a voice and how you should present lives, how we can use messages like the End Ebola Now initiative to get out to people and just share the issues and get them out to everybody. So I'd like to thank everybody a part of the ETSS that gave us the opportunity to make PSAs. We made 2 PSAs talking about Ebola, the myths, and other health concerns about it. And we also are going to be starting an Indiegogo campaign starting November 15th, which you can donate. So thank you all for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the PSAs. Work really hard. And thank you.
You gotta breathe in, and you feel so alone. You gotta breathe in until the pain's gone. You gotta breathe.
Boxers are now the Ebola emergency here in America. The killer virus is much faster than ever to contain it, spiraling out of control. 3 ways of getting
1. Touching contaminated objects by
Number 2, touching infected animals, their meat, or other bodily fluids.
3. Touching the blood with molecules of person with single Ebola or dark.
Some of the symptoms you should watch out for are fever, headache, stomach pain, vomiting, diarrhea, muscle pain, weakness, even unexplained bleeding.
If you feel like you have been exposed to Ebola, limit your contact with others. Also, we encourage you to call 911 and tell the operator your child's mission.
For more information, you can visit Franklin County Public Health at www.ifcph.org, or you can contact the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention at www.cdc.gov/Ebola.
Thank you very much, Blaine. We are moving right along. I will now call on my colleague, countryman, and a friend, a very good friend, Professor Kelechi Kalu. Dr. Kalu is here, the Vice Provost, OSU's Vice Provost for Global Strategies and International Affairs. Professor Kalu.
Good evening. OH!
Ayo!
OH!
Ayo!
OH!
Ayo!
Are you aware? Doctors Without Borders came about as a result of the civil war in Nigeria in 1967. It was as a result of the humanitarian crisis that that organization was formed, indicating to us there are crises, there are situations that transcend borders. There are situations that overwhelm us as a country, as human beings, and the only way we can control such situations or crises is by coming together. I bring you greetings from the President, the Provost, and the Vice Provost for Global Strategies and International Affairs. My colleague has promoted me. My title is more of Associate Provost for Global Strategies and International Affairs. Thank you very much for that promotion. My role is very simple, and that is to welcome you to this event. I am really humbled that you chose Ohio State, Aaron, and your group to organize End Ebola now. If you look at Syracuse University, or some universities in Texas and in California, the citadel of knowledge has been, rather than encouraging, making decisions on the basis of fear. Here at The Ohio State University, we are working together to ensure that the community, the students, the faculty, the staff, and the greater Ohio come together to find a way to collectively end Ebola, rather than driving our brothers and sisters away. Thank you very much for giving us that opportunity. When you think about problems like Ebola, why should we come together? It is very simple. Ebola, like many other infectious diseases, do not carry passports. They do not go to the embassies seeking for visa. They are like the viruses that come through the internet to our computers. We can only stop them when we work together. It's in your best interest. It's in our common humanity. It is for the future that we have to work together to end Ebola. Because the finality of death, which Ebola has brought our brothers and sisters in Guinea, in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and for a temporary period in Nigeria, indeed has made life much more meaningful. You are not donating for Ebola because Ebola is a death sentence. You are donating for life. So let us work together, let us think together, let us collectively find a way to live for life, to donate for life, and to ensure that the beautiful music being made by these young men and women will uplift our spirit to truly live big, because the Ohio State University is indeed a land-grant university to the world. Thank you so much for your time.
That's my boss. So, hey, as we say in Nigeria, hey, when I promoted you, you claim it. That's what we say in Nigeria. I promoted it, I claim it. So claim it. Yes, I claim it on your behalf. As an Associate Vice Provost of Global Affairs at Professor Kanu, he's a politician, he's a political scientist, so he knows how to plug in the right words. As he said, let us give like our neighbor's life depends on it. Let us give like our neighbor's life depends on it. Thank you, Professor Kanu. I'll now call on Dr. Lam, the Public Commissioner, Director of Commissioner of Public Health, the City of Columbus. She's here with us to support this initiative. Dr. Lam.
Lights are bright. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. So it is a great honor to be here and actually to celebrate our common humanity. That really is why we're coming together, both to learn, to educate ourselves, both about culture and obviously about a very, very serious situation, an infectious disease that's causing a lot of concern in West Africa and obviously around the globe as well. So again, I'm very excited to be here with you tonight to learn more about West Africa, to share, and actually congratulations to the Bling group, terrific PSAs, but also to our musicians, to our speakers. Again, we here in Columbus, and yes, I'm your health commissioner here in Columbus, we are working very hard with partners to both educate, to raise awareness, to help people take a deep breath and relax, but also, of course, to pay attention to what's going on in the 3 nations in West Africa, and of course, throughout our globe, but also to welcome back travelers who are returning to or coming to our community to see that they are both getting supported, educated, and that all of us can be healthy and safe. So again, I'm honored to be here tonight, and I've got colleagues who are here as well, so thank you for joining me. But again, this is a part of our recognizing that we are a local community, but we are a global community. Again, our common humanity. So I'm very happy to be here, and again, I hope that we do raise lots of funds, but really raise awareness and understanding.
Thank you, Dr. Lam. We just saw that while you cannot choose your brothers or sisters, you cannot choose your siblings, but you can choose your neighbors. That's what you just learned. And that's what I took from what you just told us. That while you cannot choose your relatives, you can choose your neighbors. Let's choose West Africans as our neighbors tonight by donating generously to the initiative. It's given a particular pleasure to call on Mr. Leroy Boykai, the Program Director of Ethiopian Tewahedo Social Services of Columbus, to explain the initiative of the End Ebola initiative going on in Central Ohio. Mr. Boykai, please.
Thank you. At the height of the spread of the Ebola virus in West Africa some 5 months ago, citizens of the 3 most affected countries in Columbus began individual initiatives within their communities to respond to the great need to help their people. Then, Mr. Abbas Bangura, president of the Sierra Leonean Community Organization, spoke with Dr. Seleshi Asfar, executive director of the Ethiopian Tewahedo Social Services, about the need for a collective effort to organize an African diaspora initiative to raise funds and secure medical supplies for all affected countries. Dr. Seleshi offered his services to bring together African community leaders to organize a task force and to use the headquarters of his nonprofit organization, ETSS, as the venue for meetings. As a result, the End Ebola Now Initiative Task Force was established with 4 officers and ETSS as its fiscal agent to raise $30,000 from our Central Ohio community to donate towards stopping Ebola. Today, this initiative has received community-wide participation and involvement from a number of Africans in the diaspora from Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, Congo, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, and the Africana youth representatives. In addition, we've established partnerships with EMIC from OSU, who organized this evening's concert, Voices to End Ebola, building leading intellectually nurtured girls and guys, Blink Incorporated, a youth empowerment organization, and the Baptist Ministerial Alliance of Columbus. We continue to expand our network of partners as this initiative moves forward. A critical part of our work has been to work with Franklin County Public Health and Columbus Public Health to help create better public awareness and education about Ebola for residents of Central Ohio through flyers, PSAs, town hall meetings, and conference calls. The media, through WBNS 10 TV, the Columbus Dispatch, Talk, Tiemann Radio, Africa Radio, and WVKO 1580 AM have all supported and promoted our initiative through stories and on-air interviews. We are grateful for support coming from all sectors of the Central Ohio community. Ebola is real. Ebola is deadly, and Ebola is devastating lives and eventually the economies of affected countries in West Africa. The response to this disaster has been slow and grossly underfunded by the international community. Our effort through this End Ebola Now initiative is to make our Central Ohio community to show solidarity with the people of West Africa by providing financial support for the fight to end Ebola now. This concert is the first in a series of major fundraising drives to raise substantial amounts of money to support Doctors Without Borders in Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. We anticipate that our next fundraiser will be in collaboration with our church communities through the Baptist Ministerial Alliance and similar organizations. We ask for your continued support as we strive to bring much needed relief to one corner of our global community in need of all of the world's help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Boyga. I did not seek the permission of the Highlight Band before saying this, but I have to say, I want to make a promise on their behalf. When Ebola ends, they're going to give us another concert.
Yeah.
I know Aaron will not, and other members of the band will not fight me over this or committing them. I know they will not. You know, the normal thing they do with AIDS towards Africa, when people hold concerts, we only hear about the problems. When the problem subsides, we rarely hear about it until another one blows. That's why I'm committing Mr. Aaron towards another a concert when we will have ended this out crisis of Ebola. I will now call, so far we've not had a doctor, but we have doctors in the house, real doctors this time, not fake doctors like me. So I pretend like one in the classroom, but here we have a real doctor who actually sees patients, who is going to talk to us briefly about Ebola. And that's Dr. Marcel Yotebien from Columbus Public Health. Dr. Yotebien, please.
Thank you all for taking time to be here today to support this event. I want to thank the organizer for letting us be here to talk to you. My objective tonight is very simple. I hope I will explain to you and help you understand why this outbreak, which is the 25th outbreak of Ebola, since we know about Ebola in 76. Why has it spread so big, and why has it gone out? The second objective is to actually follow up on the speaker and explain to you why the High Life Band needs to make a concert after this. Because the initial problem, why this has spread, what justified the spread out of control of this Ebola, have gotten worse with the Ebola. And once the media will have disappeared, once everything will have appeared, that will not disappear. Once Doctor Without Border will have packed and leave, that problem will still be there. And if we don't have the next Ebola crisis, it will be Ebola, it will be another virus, will again be on our shore in the next few months or few weeks. So that means, why have this outbreak gone out? The response to that is actually very simple, and it's what the Dr. Kuneshi said right before. Civil unrest in those three countries, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea, have been going on since 1960. And from the 1990s, it went actually to brutal civil war in Sierra Leone and Liberia. And that have destroyed completely their healthcare system. And roughly there were a couple dozen of doctors in Liberia and Sierra Leone when the crisis arrived. When the cases arrived, the first person that they attack, when the first case comes, you feel the fever and feel very sick, you go to the hospital. And as we have seen in Texas, those that get infected have actually healthcare before they totally realize this is the infected healthcare work and kill them. So far in Liberia and Sierra Leone, 256, I mean not that number may not be exact as of today, have already died of these diseases. And the result of that is that most clinics and hospitals have shut down, simply shut down. By August, only 1 or 2 hospitals were remaining open in Monroe, the capital city of Liberia. So there was no place to go. And as we speak now, United States, through the orders that the President Obama gave to deploy the army, are building treatment centers for Ebola. But those treatment centers that have been manpower by the Doctor Without Border, for whom we are raising funds today, are not taking care of malaria patients. That's what people used to die. That's what people still die. They are not taking care of women giving birth. So that problem has been exacerbated and will only get worse after the thing, because nobody is currently, school is closed. We are not training people to replace those doctors that have died of business because everything is closed. And according to the World Bank, if the crisis is not controlled within the next year, the region will have lost in terms of GDP $32 billion. So there is no more local to be mobilized to support and to build what was already non-existent. So that I hope you understand. And when that happens, it's spread very quickly. If you Ebola target everywhere. Nigeria, example, they have 19 local cases. Of those 19 local cases, 11 were health and 8 of them died. So it's really the goal of those that they thought are health workers. So the health system today in Liberia and Sierra Leone and Guinea is less affected in that regard than Liberia and Sierra Leone, are completely inexistent. Even what was then, what we were already considered inexistent is up today not really existent. The few hospitals are only right now starting to reopen back and so on. And that brings me to say about the fear you have. We really need to allow health workers to travel to those communities because they don't have health workers. And we don't allow either travel back like Canada and Australia have already done, or through mandatory quarantine, which is not helpful, which makes no sense. We are not actually preventing, because if we don't win this war in Liberia, if we don't win in Sierra Leone, if we don't win in Guinea, they will come here. They don't need a visa, they don't need a passport, they don't need even to pay a ticket to come. They will just find their way and land here. So if we want to win this war, we have to win it. We don't have to wait till it becomes global completely to do. So, and that brings me to the second point that I say I want to make, why we have to. Currently, nobody knows how many people are dying in those countries because they don't have access to any healthcare at all, because all those things are shut down. I was on a panel this morning with the director of another organization like the Doctor Without Borders that is providing care to Liberia, and they sharing the story about the mother coming in, she had given birth to a premature baby, the baby was alive, the mother died, and here they are. They don't know, they have nowhere to put the premature baby. Yeah, that's not their job. They are just there. If, as soon as they realize they don't have Ebola, you have to get out. Because they don't want you to get Ebola. This is a center to concentrate Ebola cases. They don't want you to stay there unless you have it. They get you out. Where do we get you out? There is nowhere because hospital you have. So once they will leave, because even now that they are there, they are not taking care of that too. Once they leave and everything, if you want to prevent the next crisis and actually manage the real current crisis, because it's not the 4,000 people that have already so far died of Ebola, confirmed cases, it's the thousands and thousands that are dying of things that could have been prevented, that we actually need to be worrying very about. And if we don't worry about this is on our humanitarian, and this is on the self-interest, because when West Africa loses $32 billion on GDP, that affects also our income. Because the global income, the global economy is so interconnected that you cannot lose that amount of money and your neighbor is not happy. So that's roughly the point that I wanted to make and say, let us not let fear prevent us from helping where we have to help. If we want to win this war, we have to win it in Nigeria, we have to win it in Sierra Leone, we have to win it in Ghana. They need doctors, they need nurses. Those doctors are not there. And some are now not going there because they are afraid that when they come back, they cannot understand work. If you are a doctor and have to take time to volunteer and go and work there and come here and get up in for 21 days, your employer may not want to understand that. You might be upset. It's too much time to get out. So that's the message that I think I was trying to pass to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Yujibian. Dr. has spoken. As someone who teaches the humanities, one thing I've discovered, the human element I've discovered that we have noticed recurrently in the current crisis is the emergence of heroes. And if you follow the stories, you follow the news events, Those who work in the medical field in West Africa are the emerging heroes of this crisis. Every crisis produces its own heroic class. The heroic class coming out, emerging right now, are the doctors and the nurses all over West Africa. Without them, it will be horrible. Thank you, we'll have two more testimonies. The first person to talk, call upon will be Fifi Bryden, Mr. Fifi Bryden, Biden from Ghana. He plays for the Columbus Crew Football Club, right here in Ohio. Mr. Fifi Biden, please.
Good evening, guys. I want to say, thank you all for coming out, and thanks to everyone that's involved in putting this event together. That's a very great thing to do, and I think it's the first step to do as a humanitarian. And whenever there's a crisis, I believe it's important for everyone to come together and work together to find a solution for it. Growing up, I would always, ask myself this question: if I have all the powers in the world, would I end, world hunger, war, diseases? Would I take away all these, things that affect human life? And I think I always find myself answering the question: yes, I would do that if I have all the power. And I think if you ask everybody the same question, you almost find everybody agreeing to do whatever they can to eradicate all the problems that we face. And so just that we come to understand that it's part of our human nature to respond to any crisis, to find ways to help. And like I said, the first step is trying to come together and find a solution for that. Coming from Ghana, this is my first year with the Columbus Crew, and all my family is back home in Ghana. And actually, I was supposed to go there after a season to go visit them. But with this outbreak and the stigma that's attached to it, it's really hard to go back right now. And I try to talk to my family and, see how everything is going out there. And thanks to God, they are fine. But the main problem that they're facing right now is the economy and how this Ebola has really affected all the African economy. And, it's very important for each and every one of us to play a role in this. And it's either raising awareness, donating to any organization that's fighting this Ebola, and mainly to educate people. Like Dwayne pointed out in your PSA, the media, whenever something comes out, the media jumps on it right away. And sometimes they misinform people of what's actually going on. And right now, if you go out and talk to other people that are not familiar with the truth of what's going on in Africa and how the disease are contracted, they are very scared to even talk about the disease. And they attach this stigma to everyone coming from Africa or going back to Africa. And so it's hard to get people to really get involved in fighting this disease because they have this perception that if they get involved, they might contract it. So personally, I believe that whatever we do, it always starts from education. Educating people locally and extending it globally. And that's, I believe, is the first step. And we've already taken that, so a round of applause for everyone. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Mr. Biden. Let me repeat. Money makes the wheel of the gospel move. Money makes the wheel of the gospel move. Please go to the back. The donation tables are at the back. Bring out the wallet, bring out the checkbooks, and donate generously to this cause. The persons, the lives you may be saving, that you may be helping, may be your neighbors. I will now call on our pastor. See, we've been having no pastor here. Now we have to call on the pastor. Pastor Daniel Kemo of Grace for the Nation International Church. Pastor Kemo, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'm very humbled to be here tonight. Yes, my name is Pastor Dan Kemo. I am originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa, and actually a native of Kenema, one of the seats of where the Ebola crisis started in eastern Sierra Leone. And my aunt works for the last 18 years in the Kenema government hospital, and she was among the first 18 nurses that died in the first 1 month of the outbreak. So it has been a very difficult situation because I was in Sierra Leone, more specifically in Kenema, 2008, and she was among those that came to see me, and we had very good relationship for the 4 weeks visit I made here in 2008. And unfortunately, the effort to help fellow citizens and those that were affected by the virus, she ended up being a victim. So it's been a very difficult situation for our family. But tonight, I want to just speak on behalf of those other families that are directly or indirectly affected by this Ebola crisis in West Africa. We have quite a sizable number of West Africans, especially Sierra Leoneans, about 5,000 to 7,000. That live right here in Columbus, and we are. Some of us are going to school, some of us are working, and some of us are, helping organize our community, and a lot of other things we are involved in. So, just speaking on behalf of the Sierra Leoneans and Liberians and the Guineans that could not make it tonight, we want to appreciate your effort in helping to respond to this situation, to this crisis. Yes, the need is great. At grassroots level, what we've been doing as a minister, a lot of people have been able to identify in our communities those that are immediately affected, and we've been providing the spiritual help, the counseling we can afford for them, and also the contributions, financial contributions that we've been able to raise and send back home. That's really some things we have been doing among the larger donations that have been, that have been mustered together. So I am also part of the Sierra Leone Club of Columbus, which is another organization that has helped to coordinate this activity tonight, and we have been also doing what we can at the community level to make sure that help goes to those that need it. But we appreciate, words cannot express how much we appreciate what Columbus, Ohio is doing. The community here is doing in the college. We appreciate all of those that have helped organize this special occasion and this fundraising program. Thank you very much. Okay.
Hello, it's me again. I'm not sounding like a broken record, am I? When it comes to money, you can never say too many times. I was reminded at the back now that we accept debit cards and credit cards, and not just cash and checks. So if you do not have your check here, your checkbook, and you do not have your wallet, if you have your credit card and debit card, we will take it gladly, gladly. Thank you very much for giving. We are going to have a special performance by my colleague, that's Dr. Ryan Skinner. He's not going to be playing the guitar, he's going to be playing the kora, one of the most contemplative African musical instruments. If you've seen some books at the back, C.D. Kiba's Kora Lesson, Dr. Skinner wrote that book. He studied with the best kora players in Mali. This Sidibé, that's the Sidibé family, isn't it? Jabate family. He studied with the Jabate family. So he learned from the best. He will play kora music for us for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you.
Just a few words before I settle into the music. This instrument, this particular instrument here, was built in Mali, which is of course one of the countries that has been affected by the Ebola outbreak, the current Ebola outbreak, although not nearly as severely as its neighbors. And so my colleague, Leke Adego, is a proverb of the evening that we must give like our neighbor's life depends on it. It is out of respect and in honor of and in solidarity with Mali's neighbors in Western Africa that I perform this music for you this evening. A couple proverbs, since it was inspired, this proverbial inspiration to reach out and help come to mind from the Mande world in Western Africa. Only thought can turn millet into beer, they say. Personhood is intelligence. Now that proverb is generally meaning when we put our minds to it, nothing is impossible. If we concentrate on a problem at hand, a problem that we share, if we put our minds to it, we can accomplish that goal. Mogoya, Tafisa, and the personhood is greater than all things, much greater than evil. So together we can really reach out and really solve this problem. I believe that. I've chosen 4 pieces that I think speak to that commitment. One is Bani, that means to refuse. There's lots of interpretations of what that can mean, but tonight I want it to mean let's refuse this disease. Let's put an end to it. The second piece I'll perform is Mogoya, the term I just used, personal. That we are, this is our problem. It's not their problem. It's not his problem or her problem. It's our problem. The third piece, Jarabi, love. That this is an act of love that we do for our brothers and sisters. And finally, Kaira, a song of peace, a song of hope. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Jelly Ryan Skinner. Jelly himself. That's a great honor to this vision. Thank you very, very much, Professor Skinner. We are moving along. Again, if you are not, please remember to go give money. We are collecting at the back. We have 2 more, I believe. 2 more.
Well, let me go ahead. We're going to have some representatives from student organizations, one from OSU and one from the community. First, let me introduce Edmund Kayura from the Model African Union.
My name is Edmund Kayura. I'm here representing Model African Union. First of all, I'd like to thank Aaron for hosting this event. It's a wonderful way to bring the community together to face this big challenge of Ebola in West Africa. Model African Union is a politically oriented organization. As the name indicates, we model the African Union, which means we deal with economic challenges, health challenges, political challenges, of course, and so forth. Now, in regard to this Ebola outbreak, we find ourselves with a situation where we have 4,000 plus Africans, individuals on the ground who have passed from this crisis, from this outbreak of Ebola. And we have to ask ourselves whether that outbreak, whether those numbers are if they're reasonable, if the disease like Ebola, which can be contained through proper methods, should have caused as much damage as it has caused. And of course, when we think about that, we have to come to the conclusion that the answer is no. There's no reason that 4,000 individuals and more have passed from Ebola, especially when the disease has been known throughout Africa, in Zaire, Sudan, and elsewhere. We have experience dealing with it. So then we have to ask ourselves, what is the problem behind, why have we not been able to deal with this challenge of Ebola? And of course, that comes down to, as has been mentioned by other speakers, the public health infrastructure of many, not just Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, but in general, African countries lack sufficient public health infrastructure. That is a challenge that we have to meet, not just in regards to Ebola, but malaria and other diseases, as was talked about by the doctor previously. To achieve this kind of change, it's not sufficient that we come together to meet about one disease and then disperse and go our ways. We have to have a concerted effort as a community to confront our governments back home, talking about the lack of public services that they're not providing to our citizens, wherever they may be. And it's really nice to see everyone here tonight. It's getting a little late, so some people left, but it was still really nice seeing everyone for me, raising money for the victims back home. And MAU, this coming February, will be heading to DC, representing 2 countries, Ethiopia and Burkina Faso, where we know there's some political challenges going on there as well. But one of our big goals is to put forward resolutions that do have to deal with tackling public health challenges in African countries, and we are happy to offer whatever support we can in all efforts geared towards helping those who are suffering in the affected countries like Liberia and Sierra Leone. And we also ask for your assistance as we go to DC to represent Ohio State and represent Africa to the rest of the world. Thank you for your time.
And I'd like to welcome GB Saul and Ibrahim Ba from Africana Youth Representatives.
Ibrahim is actually one of my mentors. So this guy is the reason why I'm here speaking to you guys right now, as one of the leaders of the youth in this community. The reason why we're all here is pretty clear, because we all here because life has been lost. As I feel, we should not wait till one of our family members dies until we get up and do something. If one human life is lost, basically, you should look at it as 1,000 human lives lost. So I want to thank everybody for coming in as the president of African Youth Representative and also the vice president of this initiative. I'm very thankful to have everybody here, and thank you again. As far as what we are doing, as far as the youth is doing in the community, basically we are trying to tackle everything that everybody else might overlook. We are talking to the students, making sure in social media that people don't basically spread false rumors, as Blink pointed out. We also make sure that we hit all the businesses we make friends with. We have a lot of fundraisers going on. As far as bake sales, we have cans in different businesses raising money to give to the initiative. But one other thing we want to mention is we don't want everybody to just think giving money is enough. Giving money is a great help. Like he pointed out, money is very important to any kind of movement. But also education is important, and making sure we tackle all aspects of the problem is very important. One thing a lot of people miss mentioning is about the kids who are facing this in school, being bullied because of their country, or even effective or not effective. And I will give my colleague, and he'll basically go in a little detail, because I know we're running out of time, and I'll give you more detail about that. Thank you.
Firstly, thank you for everyone that's been here. The effort, like you said, it affects everyone. Shouldn't be a problem just because it's across the Atlantic Ocean. A problem that deals with human life is every human problem. So I think everyone that's donated, everyone that's considered donating, and the great effort that everyone is doing, including this concert that was put here, in order to spread awareness and hopefully to reinforce the efforts that are already going on to deal with such a devastating problem that we have that is global. Something that he did mention, of which I'm a big advocate for, is addressing the problem that a lot of African students are going through in the high schools and middle schools across Central Ohio, and probably across the country. A lot of them are marginalized, stigmatized for what they have, which is not of their choosing, which is where they're from, or their name, or the name that they have. And that's something that there are a lot of stories that adults have about them being stigmatized, but the population that is often ignored in crises are kids. And so have people keep mind of the children that are being marginalized and at times going through a lot of struggles, including the two Senegalese kids that were beat up at school. I forgot what high school it was in New York, in Bronx. Basically because they were recently coming to the U.S. from Senegal. And Senegal, I'd like to mention, had one case that we took care of. But still, it's something that goes with you. It's not something you have a choice about. So I'd like people, because this is a platform where people are supposed to be made aware of the different perspectives of this virus, to keep that in mind. So again, thank you to everyone that's been making a tremendous effort. And hopefully we can all put our hands together and end the next global crisis, which is global. Thank you.
Let's thank the youth for joining this. I want to remind us that there is still a lot of music left. We have 2 more speakers, then we go back to music. Meanwhile, we can keep giving. As Jenny Skinner reminded us, only thought can turn millet into beer. Why didn't Nigerians invent that? How come Malians did, and not Nigerians? Only thought can turn millet into beer. Okay. Imam, I don't mean this as an offense, but see, I just can't help myself repeating that. The next person is the Imam, who is going to address us briefly. Imam Abdul Karim Mansari. Imam Abdul Karim Mansari.
الحمد لله المستجيب الحمد ليس لغيره أن يؤخذ هو الواحد الأحد الفرد الصمد. All praise is due to Allah, the Most High, the Most Merciful. Allah be praised, Lord of the universe. Thee alone do we worship, and Thee alone do we ask for help. Lead us to the straight path, the path of those on whom you bestow Thy peace, and not the path of those who run astray. Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank the organizers that make this event possible. And we as religious leaders, we always pray and sensitize our people in the masjids and in the churches, telling them about this outbreak, praying, and telling them to join hands because we are one. God says in the Holy Quran, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind, Inna khalaqnakum min dhakari wa unsa. I create you from men and women. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَكَبَائِلَ. And I put you nations and tribes. لِتَعْرَفُوا, to know each other. We are all one. Americans, Sierra Leoneans, Liberians, Guineans. We are all created from Baba Adam and Hawa. لِتَعْرَفُوا, just to know each other. He said, Inna akramakum indallahi, the most honorable personality to the sight of God Almighty Allah, atqakum, the one that get the fearness of Allah. God says in the Holy Quran, say, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ. He says, certainly I will test you of something, min al-khawf, from fear. This outbreak, God tests. It's a fear. Now you can be scared of even shaking hands to your mom or giving a hug to your father or to a brother. This is the great fear. And after that, middle joy from hunger. In my country, Sierra Leone, I was called the past month that, hey, we are shut down for 3 days in our houses. You know that what that means? Some people who just go to the stores in the markets, they live by profits that they made by day. And if they are shut down in 3 days, tell me what's happening. They are dying of hunger. Some of them are not killed by the outbreak, but they are killed by hunger. So this is a test from God Almighty Allah. See, I test you from fear, hunger, and loss of wealth. If schools are shut down, hospitals are shut down, stores are shut down, and we are losing wealth in the country. While animals and lives are going, people are dying. Well, thamarat, even the fruits, they cannot harvest those fruits. But God said, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, say, give glad tidings to the people that's patient. If you're patient, you help each other, I will always be with you. So I will give my thanks to everybody for being here tonight and still telling all the religious leaders, while we are in the mosque, while we are in the churches, let us sensitize our people. Let us tell them to join hands in donating for this sake. I say thanks to everybody. Peace be to you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Imam. The last speaker before we return to music, Minister Kujenga Ilaya Ashe, or Ash. Ashe in Yoruba, so you know, they go to it. Minister Kujenga Ilaya Ash will come, will not talk to us briefly. Thank you, sir. Please help me welcome
of God, all the beautiful names of God. We come this evening with joy, with praise upon our lips. We come in the name of Yahweh, Yahweh. We come in the name of Allah. We come in the name of Thoth, Ra. We come in the name of Juju, Isha, Isa, all the beautiful names of God. My brothers and my sisters, we're going to beat Ebola. Say that with me. We're going to beat Ebola. Say it. We're going to beat Ebola. Now, we've come here, it's almost been like a wake sometimes, but this is not a funeral. This should be a celebration. Because even though the adversary has meant this for evil, God has meant this for good. We're going to be pulled together because of this outbreak. Now, you can say what you want. I'm here to say, as a minister of the Baptist Ministerial Alliance, of the Interdenominational Ministerial Alliance, President T.A. Laws, President Dale Snyder, my chairman is Joel King Jr. of the Civic Betterment Committee. He's in the hospital. He's Martin King Jr.'s first cousin. He couldn't be here tonight, so I'm standing in his stead. I'm here to tell you tonight that this plague is not of God. If it was of God, we couldn't do anything about it. This, I should get an amen. Amen. This plague is of men and women. It has been invented. And if you wanted some more information, you can go out to Patel Laboratory right down the street. I'm telling you today that we are not under a curse of God with Ebola. We're under the curse of folks who want gold out of Liberia, who want wood out of Sierra Leone, who want the riches and the oil out of West Africa. That's the curse we're under. And we're going to beat these people. Now, a lot of the politicians have been telling me, how does this affect us here in America? It doesn't affect us. Only 1 or 2 people had it, and 1 man died in West Africa. Well, look, brothers and sisters, history is best qualified to reward all research. So said El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, better known as Malcolm X. Do you remember something called HIV? Started in East Africa. Next thing you know, Rock Hudson was dead from it. Next thing you know, people were dying, heterosexual and homosexual, all across America from HIV. Almost everybody in here knows somebody who was affected with HIV and is sick from it or was dying from it, or who still has it. The same thing can happen with Ebola. If it comes from them today, it will come for us tomorrow. So don't think that this is something that is isolated. This is an international problem, something that was created in a laboratory, put on people for certain reasons, whether you believe it or not. But we will beat Ebola. Say that with me one more time. We will beat Ebola. We will beat Ebola. Now, you either got to stand up against this thing or you can lay down. If you want more information on it, you look at Dr. Leonard Horowitz. He's a Messianic Jew. Look at Leonard Horowitz on YouTube. And a lot of other doctors, they'll talk about colloidal silver helps it. They'll talk about bamboo juice helps it. They'll talk about food-based peroxide helps it. They'll talk about a lot of things that will help beat the fever and stop the hemorrhaging. But there are certain things that can be done if we all pull together as a family, as a unit. If we have faith and we believe that something can be done, it can be done. Just don't sit around and think that, oh, we're cursed of God. Just don't sit around and think, oh, it's just something that's happening in Africa. It's something that will happen all over the world if we don't dip it in the blood tonight. I'm so thankful for all these students who came, who started this first fundraiser. We'll have a huge, bigger fundraiser in Columbus, Ohio, November 30th. We're going to have a huge fundraiser with all the churches coming together in the inner city for a couple thousand people. We need to find out what the government is doing. We're going to find out what the city is doing, the states, the county, and the federal government. We'll have representatives there from all branches. On the 30th, we have the church fundraiser, which we are now in the process of organizing. If you need any more information about that, see me after the program. I talk about being an Edenite. I'm from the Garden of Eden. I'm a paradise person. You know, we talk about Africa. Hey, Garden in the east part of Eden. All the ministers know that. I'm talking about being a person who has a new mentality. Somebody who has no fear. You can't live in fear, people. Don't live in fear of Ebola. Don't live in fear of anything. I need you to stand up and I need you to say this charge with me. And we're going to say a prayer in the name of all of the holy names of God, him or her, however you believe. For those of you who don't believe in prayer, those of us that are going to stand up, you can watch us pray. Because we're going to pray for all the sick and the dying and all the people who are affected, all the orphans who are left fatherless and motherless by this dreaded disease. I'm going to play the charge, then we're going to have a prayer, and then I'm going to turn it back over to the hands of our MC. When I play this charge, I want you to say charge, and I want you to stand up, and I want you to say it like you mean it. This is not a funeral. This is not a wake. We're going to be devoted. Oh, Heavenly Father, great Heavenly Mother, we pray your blessings upon all the people that are here. We're thankful for the students at the Ohio State University. We ask your blessings upon them and all that are here, all that contribute, much, little, and even those who didn't have anything to give. We ask your blessings upon the people of West Africa and all the people who are suffering from this dreadful man-made disease of Ebola. We ask your blessings upon their families, upon the children. And we know that you will come and that you will heal them and hear our prayers. We're going to add faith and works together. We'll have our faith and our works. We pray a choice blessing upon all of these, your children, all of these who believe and who know that we shall and we will have victory over this Ebola disease. We ask in all the mighty names of God, by all the names that we know, let every heart say, amen. May God bless you, and may heaven smile upon you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Don't you know the beauty of ecumenism? That's ecumenism right there. You see, I like this minister a lot. I read yesterday a sad news about an archbishop in West Africa who attributed the disease to God. He said this is God's punishment for African misbehaviors, and African said that. Minister, thank you for telling us and reminding us this is not an act of God.
Amen.
Thank you for telling us that. Why would God do that to us, these people in West Africa, and punish us with that kind of terrible disease for our sins, as if we are the only who are offended in the whole world? An African minister, Archbishop, said that publicly. Thank you, Minister. Thank you very much for reminding us about that. Now, the West African highlight is back on stage. You see, we say in West Africa, when we cry, we still see. When we cry, we do see. When you come up to dance, remember to give. When you come up to dance, remember to give. I'm told you can come up. This is West African highlight. It's not the kind you see in the concert where I just say, bravo. Come out and enjoy and dance. And let us pay homage to the musicians by responding with our bodies to their performance. And they will say you can come out to sing with any of the songs they are playing. They invite you to come and join them and participate. That's African music. Thank you very much. The West African highlight.
Okay, we do have a song from Sierra Leone. So now it's time for that. It's very active by, can you introduce it?
Leriatu is by Afro-National Band Rieda Kabbalah.
We have a song from Ghana, All For You by E.T. Mensah.
So this next song we're doing is Bere Bote by Rex Lawson.
Rex Lawson.
From the Delta region.
Rex Lawson.
All right.
you're gonna out of order catch me if you can. Catch me, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
say nothing. But you can cry, yeah, stop, 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 stop. Make you don't cry again, oh. My mother will go she will lie me where no bed. She got me up, said make you sleep, 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 I can keep you. When I get hungry, my mother will run out, she will find me something when I go jump. Sweet mother, yeah, sweet mother, yeah. When I get sick, my mother I go cry, cry, cry. She goes steady, so when I know that day she die, she go beg God help me, God help me, I need you. When I go sleep, my mother no go sleep. If I do jump, my mother no go jump. She not get tired. See, mother, I know you forget the suffer when you suffer for me. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh, sweet mother, I don't go forget you. All the summer days, summer for me. Sweet mother, I don't go forget you. All the summer days, summer for me. When I did run, my mother was crying. She goes, stay my baby. When you get crying, stop, 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 make you not cry again.
Thank you to all our speakers and all our musicians. I really enjoyed myself. I hope you have as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
No, I'm not pouring out the water. Stop! Oh, Maria. Look. Look. I didn't notice myself. So now. Have a good rest of your day. And come back too.
I don't want to take it.
Right. I mean, if you're gonna see him Monday or so, I should probably stop broadcasting.